Hey YouTube, how's it going? Errol here. I'm gonna do a review when I get home. I just want to show you some views. Yeah, I just climbed a mountain. I'm gonna start doing a regular series on Jason Aaron's Avengers, starting with the Free Comic Book Day, issue 0, as soon as I get home. Well, let me start off by saying the Avengers have been a hit or miss read for me growing up over the years. Everything either happens too fast, or when it does, I don't know what's going on. I find myself staring at each panel longer than I would reading a single character issue such as Amazing Spider-Man, and it's got to be a challenge to write a team-up book, but sync up with all the individual writers for the other books. On top of that, honoring the writers and artists that wrote the 694 issues before you. Big shoes to fill, but Marvel knew what they were doing by picking Jason Aaron. So today we're going to go over issue 0, or the Free Comic Book Day issue of Earth's Mightiest Avengers. I remember when the first one came out, or this one came out, it was Cinco de Mayo, and it was the first LCS I went to, and they only allowed you to pick 4 free books. And naturally I picked up ASM, The Avengers, Relay Zero, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Free Comic Book Day. This issue was penned by Jason Aaron with Sarah Pichelli and Justin Pensor on the art. The cover features the classic trio. Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, looking down as they lead their fellow Avengers. Ghost Rider, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, I think Doctor Strange, and She-Hulk. The issue opens in old Asgard with the Black Panther coming to see Odin at his request. In the first 3 pages alone, we find out that Odin has met with Black Panthers before T'Challa for many, many years. We learn that Asgardia has fallen to the beast known as Mangog, and there are people scattered throughout the lands. We learn that the Wakandians, man, the old gods, have at least known each other for at least 1 million years, and that T'Challa's million-year ancestor warned Asgard there would be repercussions from a battle that ended in a giant alien celestial being's death. His ancestor argued they should have tried to save him. Furthermore, after they slayed it, they buried it under the plains of Africa, under Wakanda. When T'Challa offered to get rid of the body, Odin warned him and told him that it was too late. Loki had something to do with removing the Celestial from its burial ground in this recent past in the universe. We cut to some fantastic pages between Odin's recent encounter with Loki, and we can immediately see how real Odin's hate for his son is. The writing and dialogue is great because I'm sure a lot of people can relate to disliking someone so much, but loving them to the point that they keep them in their lives, because while Loki is not his own flesh and blood, it's his son. On another note, we see Loki trying to prove to his dear old dad that he has always looked up to him, listened to him, and in the end wants to impress him and surpass him. Aaron hits the nail on the head with this writing in smooth fashion. The art captures Loki's emotions perfectly. Sinister, frustration, disappointment. Good stuff. What this all boils down to is that Loki harnessed the power of the Celestial for himself, and the reason Odin called the Black Panther was to do what he couldn't do himself, and what his son Thor couldn't do, which was to kill the god of mischief, Loki. Black Panther agrees to kill Loki if that's what it makes, or that's what it takes, and what it boils down to. And he makes a statement that he will do what it takes to save the world. But in regard to what Odin refers to as the celestial being, and what's to come is the final host, and that there is nothing anybody can do to stop the quote. Death and damnation, unquote, it will bring to everyone. We cut to Midgard, or Earth, Manhattan, New York to be exact. And again, as I started off this segment of the review, we end with Steve and Thor at a bar, trying to get Tony on board, we assume to form the Avengers. And the final panel has Thor, Captain America, Iron Man in the forefront, with Black Panther, She-Hulk, Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, Captain Marvel, and Doctor Strange having their backs. I remember reading this issue and saying, oh shit, I'm ready to jump on board Jason Aaron's Avengers bandwagon. What a time to be alive, because it was the first time I was on board with Marvel doing their soft reboot, their renumbering the #1 thing, and in recent years it left a bad taste in my mouth. But I get why they do it. To get comic book nerds, or comic book chiefs, to feel comfortable jumping back in. So, YouTube, if you're still watching, I plan on catching up through the Avengers issues and doing recap videos and reviews like this one. Maybe not for every single issue like this, but I may do entire story arcs. Excuse me. So this video ended up a little bit longer than I expected, so I don't know if it's going to be single issues or not. No one wants to watch hour-long videos, so I might just come out with little mini episodes. So yeah, looking forward to reading these. The Avengers, they're out of order: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yeah, the whole arc is 1 through 6. So please, YouTube, please subscribe, like, share, and thanks for watching. This is the Comic Chief going offline.